nicknames around the park. For Wizard Island, the only explanation he gave was for its odd appearance. So most people believe that it's because it kind of looks like a wizard's hat, but I guess you'll never know for sure. As we're pulling up to the island today, I'll point out a couple of things. So that small building, the steps leading up to it, the small gray building, that is our bathrooms. That is where you go if you need to use a bathroom. If you need emergency supplies, if it starts to hail out here, if we get stuck in a storm, this brown building is our boathouse. That is where we can shelter. That is also where we have emergency supplies, food, blankets, a radio. If someone gets hurt and you cannot find me, there is a radio in that building where you can talk to a park ranger and we can get some help out here. But I will try and be around. We will be out for about 3 hours. When we dock, the trailhead is just up the trail a little bit. The trail splits into two. One will take you up to the summit, the other will take you out to Fumarole Bay, which is on the other side of the island that we just passed, kind of near Skell Channel.
We have to stay on the trails, right?
Yes, please stay on the trails as best you can. At the top of Wizard Island is a true volcanic crater. It is called the Witch's Cauldron. So if you make it up to the top of Wizard Island and you can make your way down into the Witch's Cauldron, it's a little bit of a trickier hike to get down. It's about 100 feet. 100 miles down. It's 100 feet down to the bottom of the Witch's Cauldron. So getting up's a little bit tricky, but you can have your lunch inside a volcano, which is definitely worth it.
Also, in this first brown shack, that boat shed up there, that's where we actually store the boats during the winter. There is an emergency kit in there in a dock box. It says emergency, it's got a red cross on it. There's a radio in there with real simple instructions to use it if something, it's like making a 911 call. And there is a first aid kit in there and extra waters and stuff. But emergency use only, and you get in it through that door on the right hand side is open, and you just got to push it open.
Is anybody planning on going fishing? I see some. Anybody planning on going swimming?
Got some nice trout. Some
real nice trout. So I will warn you, I learned that the water off of Wizard Island can be about 10 degrees colder than the water off of Fleetwood. So
Yeah, if you could hook it on there.
I've done it before. It's worth it. It's just cold. Yeah, the trail to the top is about a mile. It's around 750 feet elevation gain, so definitely take your time. You have plenty of time to get up there and have lunch, take your time, and make your way back down. It's, like I said, about the same level as Fleetwood, hiking back up. Some people say Fleetwood's worse, some people say Wizard Island's worse. That's a good question. I don't know how long that trail is, but that's the one I'm going to attempt. If anybody is also interested in that trail.
You hit both in the same section?
No, you definitely can't do both. Unless you're like a trail runner, then maybe.
I'm a trail runner.
That's a good question. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find out.
Oh yeah.
Have you hiked to the top?
I haven't yet.
Right foot.
Yeah.
Just no. I don't remember being that hard. I mean, if you can get down here, then you can get back up there.
Yeah. I hiked Yosemite
Fumarole
last
Bay
week and stuff.
is less than the Wizard Island summit. It's 1.7 miles round trip, if anybody wants to do that. It's probably less elevation gain if you're looking for an easier hike. Yeah, so 150 feet versus 760 feet.
kind of bird is that?
It's an osprey.
Osprey?
Yeah.
It is some kind of bird of prey.
One of my favorites, man. These are so cool.
I like bigger birds.
You can hang out on the dock, you can swim from there and fish as long as there's no boats incoming. So if you see a boat coming in, you're going to have to get out of the way, but you should be good for most of our time here.
The boat stay here.
The boat will not stay here. No. They're dropping us off. It's probably less than 60 degrees. Maybe closer to 50.
I'm going for a swim. It looks so beautiful.
What's scary is how steep it is. I mean, you can see.
Yeah, you gotta be able to climb your
on a
way back
cliff.
out. Oh my gosh, man, look at that. Oh. Can you actually swim after the hike?
I think if you go over to the bay, it's not as deep. If you want to go swimming, you can do it over there.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't have my coffee today, so Fleetwood swim is fine, but